Coming up in today's video, I get to the bottom of the engine issue with the van, then end up parking next to the worst possible camping neighbours before having to leave to avoid a confrontation. But we start the day trying to get this van back to good health. Good morning. You join me, the video after the camp that went wrong. South Wales, what a disaster that was. So we've still got a problem with the MAF sensor. I'm just on the way to my dad's house right now. See if we can get some help off him to hold the camera more than anything else really at this time in the morning. He won't be up for doing much else. And see if we can get this MAF sensor changed so we can go on a camp tonight. There's also a little camp spot that I went to in a recent video, well, semi-recent video, with Adam T Outdoors at the end of last year. Not far from Cannock area. But it was a beautiful waterside little park up on Park for Night. Never camped there, just signed out from a video there. So I thought tonight, that is where we're gonna go. So we're gonna check out Uttoxeter, get a little bit of camp ingredients for tonight's meal. I'm thinking maybe some spring onions, some peppers, some chicken. I don't know what we're gonna cook yet. You'll have to wait and find out later. But let's get to my dad's. Let's see if we can change this MAF sensor, get the van running right again, have no risk of any warning lights coming on the dash, and go for a nice relaxed solo camp tonight. It would be a shame, and I mean a real shame, to not go camping on a beautiful day like today. Although the temperatures are supposed to drop to just above freezing tonight, 1 degree apparently in Uttoxeter tonight. Can't believe that, it's nearly May, and we're still getting nearly freezing temperatures. What's going on? Right, let me show you this MAF sensor. Let's see if we can be a bit quick sharp with a repair, shall we? So, GSF car parts. Big shout out to Adam, gentleman that works there, who sorted me out. Managed to get this Bremmy MAF sensor. Now I've changed the MAF sensor on this van before, but the last time I changed it was from a second-hand MAF sensor off Steve's old engine that he had replaced that kind of didn't need replaced. Steve's had a bit of trouble with his van. It's a long story. So he gave me a MAF sensor that he didn't need anymore. I don't think that MAF sensor was 100% working right anyway. I think he's kind of just got the van through the last year, and I think it's finally given up the ghost. But this is what I need to fit in the engine bay this morning before our camp. Right, so MAF sensor is that thing right there. Probably need to take the engine cover off just to give me a bit more access. I'm going to make sure that that air pipe, that's probably going to be causing a couple of issues as well. That's not fixed in properly. A couple more things to do than I expected. Let's get cracking.
Hello everybody, it's me. It's on, what day is it today? Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday, something like that.
Thursday. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's got a hat on because he's only just woken up and it's only quarter to 11.
Shut up. I had a good lie-in this morning, so there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, that should come off easy enough now. Right, that's away. It's coming. Yeah, it's off. That's off.
Good.
So that's off there. Right. Let's get that airbox out. Much better access to that now. After trying for a good 15-20 minutes to try and get a screwdriver in that little TX hole there, which hardly even looks like a TX hole anymore, I've lost my screwdriver down the back of the engine bay. Of course I did. Of course I won't swear. Where's that flipping screwdriver gone? You can see in there, but I can't. Hope it's not in some really awkward position. That's the airbox off. That is the old air mass meter or airflow meter. Looks a bit aged, and the prongs, oh, that's very loose. That's what might be causing our issue. Give that connector there a bit of a spray, and then that'll give it time to dry then. That'll do. Okay, we're in, I think.
You got it.
Is that on?
Yeah, it's on.
Sure?
Yeah, positive, it's on. Now tighten that Jubilee clip up.
See, I thought it best to film things like this just so people can think that Brendan's a real man, you know? I think this is the perfect opportunity to test my new OBD2 reader from Carly. Just got this through the post. Let's plug it in to the OBD port on the van. And you would not believe how tiny that is. Now, I've used some different OBD readers in the past on the channel. I've never used one that small. That is something I can carry around with me everywhere. Pop it in the glove box, forget about it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, never have to use it, but if I ever do have to use it, I know it's always on me. Let's get it plugged in to there. And you can see there, it uses the power from the vehicle. The power's on, and it's currently searching for a Bluetooth connection on my smartphone. And I've already downloaded all of the diagnostic data from Renault. So let's check for issues. It's running a full diagnostics of the van now. And just while that's running the diagnostic, Carly connects to over 95% of the vehicles on the road today, displaying over 10,000 of the most common fault codes in vehicles. And it also comes with a plethora of repair guides for thousands of fault codes. One of the statistics I saw on the Carly website was that people save on average over £2,000 just by getting accurate diagnostics data and not just throwing money at a vehicle when it needs repairing. And if you're wondering whether your car's compatible with Carly, any car manufactured after 2001 that's fitted with an OBD2 reader can be read by the Carly diagnostics machine. That's it, diagnostics completed. And that should be a clean bill of health for my van. And another additional feature I've recently used with the Carly app is their vehicle history report. I'm currently in the process of purchasing a new family vehicle, and Carly was able to provide me with some reassuring information, including whether the vehicle is stolen and any previous recorded damage history. And Carly have been kind enough to leave an exclusive discount code down here. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can get your hands on the Carly OBD2 diagnostic machine. Have it with you at all times. Next time you go and buy a used vehicle, take one of them with you, whip it out your pocket, and just check the look on the dealer's face when you plug that in. Are they hiding any secrets? You can find out now. I'll leave a link below. Thanks again to Carly. Now let's head out for tonight's camp.
Oh, I got it. See ya. I found the screwdriver.
Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant. That saved us another job. Right. Van fixed. Give me a high five. Thanks for not doing a huge amount.
I didn't want to.
All right.
Dad, can you come and help me?
Yeah, well, I needed someone to hold the camera, and you gracefully obliged, so thank you. But this was the offending item. So you can see there. You see that little metal prong there? Looks a bit aged, doesn't it? In a little bit. Not very good. Well, that's the sensor, yeah. So there's a new sensor on there now. So, job done. Van is fixed. We are now hitting the road again. I don't know, I can't really notice a difference in the engine. But I'm sure the engine will notice a difference, even if it doesn't come on again, the light. At least we've changed the part now. That sensor looks a little bit aged, a little bit weathered, so at least we've got a brand new one on there. Right, let's head off to Utoxeter. Let's go get some food for tonight's camp and find a nice little park up down by the water's edge. On the back streets of Utoxeter, or at least I think that's where I am. We're now heading off to a place called Dedston, or Deaston, something farm shop anyway. I've just been there with a friend of mine, and we've had the most beautiful lamb samosas I've ever tasted in my life. And I had a little look at the bacon and sausage section at the butcher's, and I thought that is what we need for tomorrow's breakfast. And we're also going to try and get a cheeky pudding for tonight as well. So before we head to Aldi, I've caught up with friends now. We're going to head down to this farm shop, get some bacon and sausages for tomorrow's breakfast, and I'm going to try and get myself a nice sweet treat for later on tonight, after I've been to Aldi, after I've got the pad thai ingredients, because that's what we're having tonight. Oh yes, bit of pad thai, chicken pad thai, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to this, good bit of food, solo time inside the van. The van's now fixed, the MAF sensor's changed. Yeah, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling positive. We've got some nice adventures coming this year. More to tell you about that in future videos, but we've got some big updates on the channel. But for now, let's get some miles in this beautiful countryside and get ourselves some lovely grub. Oh, crikey. It's nearly the flipping start of May and we're still wrestling with weather like this. Oh, damn. Come on, let's get in, shall we? Bacon and sausage, bacon and sausage. That's what we need to think about, Brendan. Forget the weather. Bacon and sausage. I've spotted some cakes. How you doing, mate? You okay? I'm very good, thank you. What sausages would you recommend? What's like a customer favourite? The plain traditional. Yeah. Our old English is my favourite. Oh, okay. Could I go for one of each? I'll go for one of your black pepper and one of your traditional, please. No, it's fine. As they are, mate, it's fine. Smoked back bacon. Is it? Nice one. Okay. And can I also get 2 slices of your short back bacon as well, please? Oh, this looks nice. Look at this there. You got your multi mixes there, lamb, Rogan Josh. Oh, that's going to be good in my belly tomorrow morning. Ooh, what cakes we got here then? Oh, reduced. Vanilla cupcakes. I don't mind if I do. That'll do. Right, we've got our sausage, we've got our bacon, we've got our cupcakes. Off to Aldi we go to get tonight's dinner ingredients. Then we got breakfast and pudding sorted. Oh yes. Bloody hell. Oh, crikey. Jesus. Spring onions. Yep. That'll do. Chicken. There we are. That'll do. Cooked chicken cobblers. Right, we're all set. We got our food. We're going to be alright tonight now, regardless of the weather and the horrible skies. We'll be nice and cosy in the back of that van, get the diesel heater on. It's supposed to get down to 1 degree tonight, nearly the start of May. 1 degree, what is going on? We've got enough food there to keep us going for the evening, for the morning, a bit of pudding. It's going to be alright. So, let's go back down to that reservoir place. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. It's on my phone anyway. The place we passed earlier on today. Find a little park up spot there. The only thing that I'm a bit concerned about is that spot that we drove past earlier on, it had a few signs up from the local constabulary, Staffordshire Police, whatever it is, saying that antisocial behaviour in cars will not be tolerated and offenders will be prosecuted. So, I don't know, hopefully it's not a local boy racer hangout. And at least they're not going to be, fingers crossed, parking up and near me. So if they're racing across the top of the road, I think we can just about handle that. But if they're messing about around where I'm parking, this might turn out to be the not so quiet and successful camp that I'm hoping for, but we'll see. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Might be a cold night tonight, but if you've got a nice warm van to get into, the cooking facilities, a nice comfy bed, you can't really complain, really. I think sometimes it's all well and good having the outside nice and hot and toasty and a nice beautiful sunset, but there is something to be said about a nice cold night's camping in a nice warm van. Seeing the rain outside, the moody skies, and knowing that you're nice and warm and toasty and protected inside your van. In some ways, I kind of prefer that better to summer, but I still can't wait for summer. Anyway, let's get down to our spot for this evening. Let's go and see if any boy racers are there.
Your destination is on the right.
We're here. Look at that. So, this is home for the evening. Let's try and find a nice flat spot. There's no boy racers here to speak of now. It is a Thursday as of making this video, and most of the reviews online that I've seen on Park Tonight, which I'll put the little what 3 words down here to this place, have said that they've had a couple of issues on the weekend. Thankfully, we're not on the weekend though. Right. We're nice and flat. So straight away, the car that I've pulled up next to, which I thought was just an innocent bystander, seems to be the youth smoking a couple of biffy fags. Bit of a strong smell in the air. Might be going to bed early tonight if I keep smelling that. That's in there. Listening to the old G tunes, innit? Is that how they do it? Something like this. Wicked man, whatever. But yeah, we're going to be here for a little bit. Just waiting for him to clear off, if you know what I mean. Thing is, we're perfectly flat here, in a nice little spot, with beautiful views. I can't imagine them sticking around here all night. I mean, as I'm filming right now, it's 20 to 6. They'll be gone soon. Drugs and driving, eh? Not the best combination. A couple of wallies. Hopefully they make it safe home tonight. But anyway, enough with the dreary talk. This is our park up this evening. Fingers crossed. If I get a chance in a minute, once they naff off, I might get the drone up and get some nice views around. Be nice to have the windows open tonight, potentially the side door open as well. Cooking up that pad thai, having some vanilla cupcakes. Oh yes. But at the moment it's quite quiet, apart from plonkers next door. But I think we'll be alright tonight, given it's a Thursday. Right, let's get in. But I think we're going to get our curtains closed. Stealth up a little bit, have a bit of quiet time in the back of this van, just kind of scope out the area. I haven't camped here before. I have parked here. I parked at the top, just up there, after I did a camp with Adam T Outdoors in Cannock when we were hounded by the dog people of the night, if you know what I mean. And then I came here after going to Shugborough Hall for a little tour, just to sign off right there with a nice little drone shot over the lake there. But it'd be nice to get a park up here tonight and just experience this area for a camp. The sun's dipped behind the clouds again. But let's settle in, let's keep our head down, hopefully not try and draw too much attention to ourselves. Fingers crossed they don't suspect we're staying here tonight, otherwise might become a little bit tricky later on if their friends decide to come back and have a bit of fun. So, curtains closed, lights on, and we'll settle in for this spot for the next hour or so before we start cooking dinner and just get a feel for it. It's the best thing, I think, whenever you pull up somewhere that you haven't camped before, even if you've been there before, if you've never camped there overnight, just sit in your vehicle for a bit, have a look around, get a feel for the area, and then you'll know what it's going to be like a little bit later on, or at least get a sense of what it's going to be like later on. I'll bring you back in a bit. What I'd like to say, after I last left you, when I told you I'd bring you back, that it was only 5 minutes before these Rodney plonkers next door naffed off, but it's now been nearly 40 minutes that they've been sat there with a strong smell coming from their car, laughing their heads off. I'm all up for people having fun, don't get me wrong. But when you're mixing that with driving a vehicle and potentially putting people at danger, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. I've made up my mind. We're going to change spot. I don't think we're going to have much luck here. We've got what looks to be some kind of security van going up and down the road all the time. We've got people smoking biffies next to me, playing loud music. It's not even dark yet, so I don't really hold much hopes out for this one. But I have seen another one parked for night in a place called Brackenhurst Road. Sorry that it's so dark at the moment. I'm just trying to keep my presence in the back of this van not known as much as I possibly can. Yeah, so we've got a picnic area there right next to a national forest. Looks quite nice actually. There's a camper van parked up there. Looks relatively flat, and a few people have said that There's a couple of unsavoury characters that come round at the weekend, but the latest review from the 31st of March 2024 is we had a lovely, pleasant, quiet, undisturbed night. Lots of rain had fallen recently, but the ground was solid and no chance of getting stuck. Great spot, very quiet at night, only owls, good sized car park, mostly levelled, gravel, plenty, picnic tables, bins as well, nice walk in the woods, small pond, great for dogs, weak signal. Well, we can live with that. I don't think these Rodney plonkers next door to me are going to be leaving anytime soon. And I'm getting hungry. Oh well, that's a shame. That is a shame. This would have been the perfect spot if it wasn't for them numpties. Ah, right, we got a sign. We got a sign here. Ah, here we go. Oh, that's a nice feeling. Let's see if we can park slightly in front of them, because that looks like the flattest part of the car park. Okay. This looks like home for the evening. A load of picnic tables there as well. The aesthetics might not be quite as inviting as the previous location, but the environment that we're in regards to who's around us, got another camper behind us, that instantly puts me at ease, is much more friendly than pot smoking whatever's, you know what I mean? Right, what's this place called? I saw it on Park for Night, but I don't know exactly what it's called. That's a lovely little parking spot for the night, that. Open up the side door there, nice view of the forest, cooking dinner. Nice. This is called, oh God, I didn't bring my boots with me this time, Jackson's Bank in the National Forest. So there's your picnic tables right there. You've got a little gate there, and it looks like a little walking route. What does it say? Needwood and South Derbyshire Clayland Zone. Part of the National Forest Company's Land Shapes project, this noon column is made of English oak. Nice. The sun will shine through the vertical slot for 10 to 15 minutes at true noon on midsummer and midwinter's days, creating a line of sight in the shadow cast by the column. Oh, what a wally. Have I really just done that? This is a sign about that. And when it said it was made of English oak, why did I point the camera down there? The stand that it's on. What a wally. Oh well. There's a little walk you can do down there. We're not going to entertain that this evening. It's a little bit chilly. It's also going to get dark in a minute. All this faffing around of going different places and trying to find a park up for the night. Going to get fuel as well, because I forgot to get it, so the diesel heater wouldn't work. It's drawn the day on a little bit. The last park up really wasted a bit of our time, so I think it's going to be a case of getting some dinner on the go, enjoying the sights and the sounds of the woodland with the bird song, and enjoying tonight's food. Yeah, looking forward to this. Right, let's get back in the van. Let's stealth up for the second time this evening and get some dinner on. Well, this particular spot isn't quite as level as I was hoping. It's only when I sit in the back here that I feel myself leaning forward a little bit. So, this gives me an excuse to use the chocks that I brought with me. One underneath the back wheel, one underneath the front one, and we might be able to get this a little bit more level than it is now. I don't think we're going to be disturbed tonight. Not much risk of us having to move on from here, I don't think. Especially for motorhomes here. If they're here at this time of night, I think it's safe to say they're going to be staying the night. Right, let's get this propped up on the first leveler and see how that does us. Okay, I think we're on the first one. Yeah. Then yes. Let's see how that acts now. Where's that rolling thing? Still... oh no, not too bad now. Still a little tiny bit, but a lot better than it was before. At least I'm not going to roll out of bed in the middle of the night. Small confession to make. I have forgotten one of my most important items for when I cook. I've forgotten my disposable gloves. And I'm going to be cooking raw chicken. Oh, I'm going to have the squits, aren't I? How am I going to do this? For those that haven't watched the channel before, I normally use disposable gloves when I'm in the back of this van. It's a lot more convenient than constantly having to get the collapsible washing up bowl out, wash your hands, boil the kettle for hot water, etc. I normally use the disposable gloves and a little bit of hand sanitizer just in case, to make sure I'm nice and safe. I haven't got the gloves tonight and I'm cooking probably one of the most dangerous meals when it comes to having the squits. So, wish me luck. I'm cooking it anyway. I'm not going to cook a majorly big portion like I have done before. But it's going to be big enough. It's going to be a meal for a king, let's just say that. Right, let's get stuck in then. So, we've got some spring onion to go with our pad thai, a red pepper, some thinly sliced chicken sizzlers from Aldi, and then of course, the pad thai meal kit from Aldi as well. And then for pudding, we have these two delicious looking vanilla cupcakes from, where was it again? Deadstone Hall Farm Shop. I'm being posh tonight. So let's get dinner on the go. Let's start seasoning our chicken. We'll start getting a little bit of oil first in our pan. I nearly just made a grave error. So I've taken the lid off the chicken. I'm going to try and cut the chicken pieces up while it's in the plastic packaging. But what I very nearly did was use the one sharp knife that I have to cut the chicken first before cutting the veg. That could have been very costly, Brendan. Luckily, my intelligence stopped me from doing that. So I'm going to cut the veg up first. But first, I'm going to put the noodles in this little pan that I've set to the side here and get these soaking. I think they need to soak for about 10 minutes. I think when I've cooked this at home, I've soaked it for about 20, just to be sure. Let's get that in there. Let them soak in there now. There, that's it. Got some nice spring onion now. Okay, I've just about successfully cut enough chicken in that pan for our meal tonight. I'm going to season the chicken with a little bit of barbecue supreme seasoning, Aldi special of course. Contains a nice little blend and mix of various herbs and spices that's going to give our chicken the kick that I think it's going to need. And compliments by Adam T Outdoors, some premium chili flakes that he gifted to me on a camp that we did last year. Cheers Adam, mate. It's a nice colourful pot. And I know I've mentioned it before, but if you're new to the channel and you're cooking in an indoor space, I currently have my side door open just for a bit of ventilation, but always have one of these. a carbon monoxide alarm. This will save your life. Don't cook inside in a confined space like I am here without a carbon monoxide alarm. If you've got an open flame, you need one of these. Okay, I've just turned the chicken off briefly. We're going to drain the noodles with my little collapsible strainer here outside the door, and then I'm going to put the noodles in, add the sauce, add the peanuts, and we have got dinner for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dinner is served with a side order of peanuts everywhere. Let me have the first bite. Come on, chicken, be cooked. Don't give me the squits. That's out of this world. That is great. That is so nice. I'm going to tuck into my dinner out of this pot here. God, that looks good. Just look in the middle of that. And I'll join you back shortly once I've stuffed my face for the pièce de résistance, which is the vanilla cupcakes. Tell you what, it's only when you turn the heat off and the heat escapes out the side door of the van that you realise how cold it is. It currently says 8 degrees in the van right now. It's got to be at least 4 outside. A couple of people mulling around the car park, walking their dogs for the final chapter of the evening. What time is it now? 20 to 9, so it won't be long before I go to bed. Not a huge amount of signal in this spot, depending on what network you're on. I'm on 3, and yeah, not the best signal. Tried to have a phone call with a friend earlier on, and yeah, wasn't much chance of that happening. I will put the what 3 words down here if you guys are interested in this spot. A nice quiet spot, potentially with another camper next to me and next to you next time you come here. If you wanted to have your breakfast on a breakfast table in the woods there, especially in the peak of summer, you can do. Nice little spot this. I hope you find these spots useful, you know, and I'd like to know if anybody watching these videos has ever been to any of the spots that I've been to. If you have, drop me a comment below, tell me where it was you went and what you thought of it. I'd be interested to know your opinion. Right, the big finale. We have the vanilla cupcakes. Oh yes, baby. Do you know how hard it's been to look at these for the last couple hours since I've been cooking dinner and not scoff one? I have been incredibly disciplined. Oh, that's nice soft frosting on top. Oh, that is a deep cake. Moist, sweet, perfectly fluffy. How am I going to tackle that? That's just pure filth. That is filthy. Right, let's get this diesel heater on before my nipples fall off. I don't think I'm going to get the bed set up just yet. I think I'm going to lie down, chill out, eat the other cake, watch a bit of YouTube. A bit of Theo Von, I think, will be my viewing choice this evening. I've got a video downloaded. As I mentioned, this place hasn't got great signal. So I'll watch that, stuff my face, maybe put some lip salt on my lips because my lips are falling off again. And start thinking about calling it an evening. But don't go just yet, because I've got the bacon and sausages in there that I got from the farm shop earlier on. I'll be cooking them tomorrow morning, so I won't be saying goodnight to you and goodbye to you tonight. I'm just doing a one overnighter and heading back tomorrow, so stick around to the end of this video to see me cook breakfast with those bacon and sausages and this pizza bread, pizza bap thingy that I'm gonna have to cut open in the morning with a flipping spoon.
Americano, right? Yeah, but jipping. It was an old school thing, but I think it's coming back. Bring it back.
I couldn't resist. The bed was calling my name. It's been a great night tonight. I'm now tucked up in bed, nestled in the woods here at the National Forest something. Don't quite know or remember exactly where I am, but it seemed like a nice park up and park for night. I will catch you guys in the morning when we get up and cook those beautiful pieces of bacon and sausage and put it in that pizza bap that we're going to have to cut with a spoon, I think. But from this little random woodland park up, I bid you good evening, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. From a very, very cold car park in Uttoxeter somewhere. Christ, it's cold. I had a low voltage warning on the diesel heater this morning as I tried to turn it on. So unfortunately, it is 6 degrees in this van right now, and I'm not able to use a diesel heater. Takes me back to the car camping days. Oh, God. Anyway, I think first call this morning, I was thinking instead of having breakfast here, why don't we go back to that spot from last night and go and take advantage of that beautiful lakeside view now that we haven't got the potheads and boy racers there. They're going to be in bed till midday, so I think we'll go there nice and early, get a bit of heat in this van from the blowers at the front, and then cook up some nice bacon and sausages right by the lakeside. God, it's fresh. Beautiful sunrise though. And a nice clear blue sky to start the day. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, maybe 15 degrees warmer maybe. That'll probably be better. Well, my neighbours stayed with us all night. A nice, quite peaceful night actually. Although it was cold this morning, I can't complain about anybody dodgy pulling into the car park or any silly noises or Halford Specials exhaust. So I'd rate this park up. Obviously can't vouch for it in the peak of summer. I might come back here when it gets a bit warmer in a couple of months, but as for now, yeah, not a bad little place to park up. Right, let's head out and let's go down to Abbots Bromley. I'm going to keep the engine on for a bit just to make sure that back of the van is warm. But look at that for a view. smooth as glass. Right, I'm hungry. Let's get some food on. God! Look at the size of that! I've got to stop saying that about sausages on this channel. How the hell are we going to cook that? Is that ridge monk even close? Just about. Just about. That is like next level sausage. Don't think I've ever looked forward to a tea more on a camp than I have this morning. No diesel heater. I'll have to check out the battery when I get home, I think. Diesel heater said low voltage. Anybody with a diesel heater ever had a warning come up? Was it E10 or something like that? I can't remember, but yeah, we've got some kind of battery issue. Oh, and also, when I repaired the MAF sensor yesterday, for some reason, woke up this morning and that left indicator where we took the headlight off to be able to get access to the air feed pipe now isn't working. So my indicator's going crazy. I'll have to check that when I get home as well. Oh well. Let's give these a turn. Oh, that looks and smells incredible. Oh yes, with a caramelised edge on there as well. It's coming. Hey, there we go. How the hell am I going to cut that with that? Right. Put that there for a minute. Oh yeah, it's all falling apart now. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think... Ha! Might just have a little bit of bacon first. That might be some of the best bacon I've ever had. That is delicious. Right. I've got a wooden fork. And a spoon. Well, from a steamy van on a cold morning at a beautiful park up that sadly I couldn't stay out last night, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you for joining me for this little solo adventure up and around Uttoxeter, Derby, wherever I am. If you've been here before, drop a comment below. I'm going to eat the rest of this, go home, sort out that battery and diesel heater, and I'll see you guys on a future camp, whether it be by myself, with somebody familiar, or some new faces, who knows. But thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
I watch her when she wants. She's giving me